Hi guys, I'm finally back and I feel like this conversation was well overdue, and I think the last time I posted a video would probably be when I went to London and Paris, and that was in maybe June, not sure, but it's well overdue because we are in March. So a lot has happened, but this video is semi where I've been, what's going on next, and also I posted something on Instagram about what would Maya do, and I had multiple people give me their different scenarios about what's going on in their life, and I will give my opinion and my advice. So before I can give you guys advice on the tea that you guys gave me, I have to give you the tea and a life update about where I've been. So yeah, let's get into it. So I think the first real question, let me fix the lighting. I feel like the first real question is, people have been asking me, one, am I single? Two, where do I live? Where do I reside? So to answer the second question, I live in New York City. So, well, technically I live in Jersey, but for those that, if you know, you know. If you live in New Jersey, technically live in New York. I'm from New York. I live very close to the city, like 15 minutes. So, you know, it's the same thing. But the last time we spoke prior to me traveling, I moved from Atlanta to LA, and I was there for about 4.5 months, almost 5. And I left Atlanta because I got out of a really bad breakup, and I wanted to start my life over, you know, do a lot of great things in LA. And, you know, potentially I had this vision in my head. I was gonna find my husband out there, get married. I don't know. You tell God your plans, he's gonna laugh. Because it was the complete opposite. When I went out there, LA served this purpose. I think I was more excited to be really close and near to my best friend Kayla. So I think that's probably like the only thing I miss. And I do miss like the scenery of LA, and I miss the great extended friends I gained through my best friend Kayla. I, you know, gained such a great group of friends extendedly, and I'm very grateful for that. But in the midst of me moving and adjusting to my new life, I met my current boyfriend, and it just, you know, like, love is really a beautiful thing, especially when you're loved correctly. And I feel like the type of person I am, I'm so quick to adjust my life and move forward with my life if something isn't serving a valuable purpose for me. If it's affecting my mental health, I'm gonna separate myself, and I'm gonna focus on myself. And it's just like my best friend Shay said, you know, I just always have Cupid right up under me. And, you know, in the midst of me moving, I met what I think is the love of my life. Hopefully God said this is it for me, you know, because every time you think something in your mind, God has other plans. But I'm 1000% sure this is the man of my dreams, man of my life, and just but yeah. So yeah, that's that. Now I live in New York. So yeah, we've been dating since June. Really, I really would say from May. We'll count it from May. So from May to now. So that's May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. So it's almost a year soon. So that's that. But enough about me. I'll do another video about certain questions you guys want to ask me, because I already did a question and answer video. This is more of a life update, so you guys can know where I'm at, so you know where I'm recording from, what you're seeing. You know what I mean? My life moves so fast. That's why I haven't been consistent on YouTube. Real life goes on. But yeah, so I'm back more consistent with my content creating YouTube. I'm streaming now, and if you don't already follow me on Instagram, you should, because I post when I Twitch. I go on TikTok live. Obviously I do YouTube, and I now DJ. I always loved music, but I'm actually taking it more serious as a hobby. And I don't see nothing wrong with that. I feel like whatever your heart desires, you do it. I'd rather do it all than regret doing something that I wanted to do because I cared about what people think. So yeah, baby, I'm doing whatever my heart desires, especially when I have all this time to myself. I'm getting to relearn this Maya at the age of 26, you know what I mean? So I'm grateful. I'm very, very grateful for that. But yeah, let's get into these what would Maya do questions. So I screen recorded, I made a post like I said earlier on Instagram, asking people, telling people they can ask me what they want. But I did it a couple of days ago, but I screen recorded, so I have everything saved. So we're gonna get right to it. So I tell people it could be anonymous or I can mention their name, but you know who you are if you comment and ask what you ask. So in no particular order, we're gonna start with, first question was, how do you feel about on and off friendships? So that's a very good question, and that was the first question. On and off friendships, to me, I don't have time for that. I'm too grown. I've had the same friends for years, and I feel like making friends is absolutely necessary. Making genuine friends is very hard. It's very, 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 very hard to me personally, because a lot of people, one, aren't really good people. They are very narcissistic, selfish, not considerate, kind. And I feel like when you grew up with friends for years, it almost feels like a sisterhood, and it's almost like an unspoken understanding and, you know, respect. And a lot of people that are already grown have been through life. You don't know what trials and tribulations they done been through for them to be who they are. So you don't know if that's who they are as a person or if life made them like that. Well, I don't have time to figure that out. I really don't. If you're not a proper healed human, I don't want to be friends with you. If I can't trust you all the way, I don't want to be friends with you. You're considered an associate, you know what I mean? And that's that. And I'm a very sweet, kind, friendly person, but when it comes to someone being in my space, I've had my fair share of lessons, and I feel like I've learned from that. When I was younger, you know, I was very naive and open to women and, you know, young women about, you know, just being friends. And I learned my lesson. A lot of people are really wicked. A lot of people want to be your friend just to get in your space and know your business too. And yeah, it's a no for me. But you ask my advice, I think it should be a no for you too. So the next question that we have, the next question we have is, would you ever be someone's second wife if he was Muslim? I'm thinking about it. Now, I don't knock you at all. I don't judge you. I'm not against that. And in Islam, you're supposed to be understanding if your husband technically wants a second wife, but you do not have to agree with it. I'm very territorial. I'm so sorry. I just don't think I could do it. And I can't do it. Me personally, I can't. I can't. I'm sorry. And if that's my husband and he wants a second wife, I would just probably just leave him, and you can have 3, 4, 5 wives, just not with me. So if you're considering doing it, go ahead. If you're more relaxed, all to it, sister girl. No one's judging. No one can judge, because that's part of our religion. So if you are Muslim, but that's my input. Someone said, her name is Bay Morgs. How would you feel about girls who watch your, she didn't say what, but she said watch, but never like shit? Let them watch or block them? I'm assuming she's talking about just all socials. I have a significant amount of followers, so it's always people watching from fake pages. I don't even know who's watching me at this point. So I think I would just let them watch and just protect your energy. You know, pray for the evil eye, because it's a lot of that going on too. A lot of people are wicked, envious. And, you know, just, you can be public and private at the same time. So I think that's what I am. I'm public but very private at the same time. You know, but it's going to be people watching always. So F them. Let them watch, if you ask me. Next question. Someone asked me, can you do a talk where you talk about feeling lost in what you want your career to be, and also having confidence in trying new hobbies? Okay, so that's so crazy. I have this conversation with my boyfriend all the time. There's people out here who are naturally born with talents such as singing, acting, athleticism, being an athlete, whatever it is in that field of being an athlete. Could be boxing, swim, whatever. There's people who model, like the list goes on and on. When some people are born with a natural gift and some people have to find their purpose, and I'm one of those people that I thought this was my talent, and my purpose is, I have different purposes for different stages in my life, and that's what I'm realizing about myself. So I feel like that's where the confidence came for me, figuring out what my purpose is at each stage of my life. It gave me the confidence to keep going, to figure out, this is cool for me now, but what's next? Or is this what I want now? This is what I want. It just gave me the confidence to do whatever I want confidently, until I feel like this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, or this is what I want to do right now, and maybe for another 2-3 years. It's like we're always evolving, and I feel like you shouldn't put yourself in the box. I always knew I was not supposed to work in corporate America. It's just not for me. Like, I feel like my mind is too, how can I say this without, I won't offend anyone, because I don't want to say my mind is too creative, because that doesn't mean people who are in corporate America aren't creative, but I would say my mind is too sporadic to work in corporate America. And I feel like the amount of discipline you have to work in corporate America and be consistent is actually like impressive. So if you do work in corporate America, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not for me. So I think being confident within myself and trusting myself is what gave me the confidence, if that makes sense. Believing in myself. I can't use the same word if I'm explaining, but you get what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that pretty much sums up who I am as an individual and where I get my confidence from, and always willing to try something new and being confident in trying it. I don't want to just try something new just to do it. You're going to always be quitting and giving up and trying something new. So whenever you're doing something, I feel like you do it with passion, including especially a hobby, or if it's something that's a hobby turned career. Whatever you do, do it fully, because you never know who's watching. You just never know. Not saying you're doing it for anybody, you just never know. So yeah. Someone, Love Lauren, said, fitness, food, and health. How do you keep your body so tight and good? Baby, I'm 156 pounds right now. It's the holy month of Ramadan. I am drinking beet juice. It's beet, grapefruit, and celery. I've already had one earlier when I broke my fast. I'm about to have another one. And I don't work out as consistently as I would like, but I'm changing that this year, and I'm being my battery died. My SIM card was too full, so I had to switch out the SIM cards. But yes, like back to what I was saying, yes, I'm being more consistent. The reason why, the real truth and honest truth, because I do not work out every day. I want to get to the point where I work out at least every other day or every day, or at least where I'm working out Monday through Fridays, and then Saturday and Sunday I take the day off at least. But the reason why my body is semi-fit is because I watch what I eat. I have great discipline when it comes to not overeating, not eating too much, and not eating bad things for me. So I don't eat a lot of carbs. I probably eat carbs once a week, and that's probably rice or potatoes. I don't eat fried foods. And I naturally like to eat like this. It's not like I'm forcing myself to eat healthy. I like salads. I like just eating fish and vegetables. It tastes good to me, and I don't feel heavy or bloated or sluggish. I feel like I have energy. So I think for a lot of people, when it comes to dieting and working out, the easy part is probably working out. The hard part is not eating pasta and carbs and stuff like that. And I feel like that's the easy part for me, because I'll only eat it once a month or eat it when I feel like I'm craving it. You know what I mean? So for the most part, I eat healthy. That's why my weight kind of stays like flatline. But yeah, I could definitely work out a little bit more. I'm not perfect, girly. Yeah. That's the truth. Someone said, her name is Sense Brenda. The question was, do you donate ex clothes or text them to come pick them up? I don't know if it's even worth reaching out to. If you want to text that person to come get their clothes, you want to just see them. You want to see if they care enough to come get the clothes. And I'm not judging you. I've been there, done that. Trust me, I know. They're ex for a reason. And I would just say that. So you can keep it, or you can give them away. If it's something valuable, put it in a box until they ask for it. Put it in a bin until they ask for it, if they ask for it. If not, wear it. You know, if it bothers you, don't wear it. Hide it. But it's no reason. Don't use it as an excuse to reach out. No judging. I've been there. I'm just saying. I'm the friend that's gonna keep it real. I'm telling you. I don't sugarcoat nothing. And this same girly asked me, I dated a coworker, but we're no longer together, and I work with him, no contact. I guess that was correlating to the ex clothes. Girl, act like the nigga don't exist. Act like he don't exist. As a matter of fact, send yourself some flowers to the job. Let that nigga feel it. Let him feel it. Like, and I'm not saying to go out your way to make another man jealous, but if it bothers you enough to ask about his clothes and you do work with him, yeah, I know how it feels to feel a little shitty, so make him feel shitty. Why not? Until you really fake it till you make it, until you really finally get a man that sends you flowers for real, because it always happens. It always gets better. Trust me. Advice for someone who's changing their life after a breakup. The number one advice I would give you that no one really gave me is give yourself a lot of grace. Pray a lot. Drinking is not going to help you get rid of the feeling, the thought, the emotion. Smoking is not. Being with another man is not, or another woman is not. The only thing that can help you heal is time. You're going to have to go through the pain. You're going to have to cry yourself to sleep every night. You're going to have to. Because if you don't deal with those emotions, you're going to deal with those emotions eventually. You're going to just suppress them. And then you might sabotage something good when you do get it because you're not healed. And that's me speaking from very, very, very much so factual experiences. Give yourself grace, time to heal. Find a new hobby, get to relearn yourself. Indulge in school, indulge in work, indulge in whatever your career choice is. Indulge in that. Find this new version of yourself, because you're no longer that person anymore. You know, just a lot of self-discovery. Not to sound stereotypical, but that's the truth, you know? Someone asked me, how do you deal with envious friendships? I don't. The moment I sense a little bit of weirdness, jealousy, you're cut. Bye. I don't have time for that. I just don't. Like, I've dealt with that in my younger years. I had friends that were jealous of me. I had friends that were jealous of my friendships I already had for years. You gotta go, because it's no reason to be jealous of nobody. I'm not jealous of anybody. My mom always told me, you never know what they did to get it, and you don't know what they doing to maintain it. That always resided with me and stuck with me, because that's very true. Why would I be envious? I don't know what goes on behind closed door for you to be who you are. Be who you are, and that's it. Don't worry about the next person. Somebody said, do you like where you are in life right now? I am joyful and I'm grateful. I know. I think I just came into a realization that I used to really be like, you know, I can't wait to get older. I can't wait to get married. I can't wait to do this. I can't wait to do that. And I'm so focused on the future that I need to just focus on preparing for the future and living in the moment. I don't want to look back and I'm married, I'm 35, 40, and I'm like, damn, I remember my 20s. Like, I wish I could go back to my 20s. No, I don't want to wish I could go back to anything. I want to live my 20s, build in my 20s, so when I get to my 30s and 40s, it's like, I had a ball in my 20s. Like, I can't wait for, I want to be able to get to a significant age and wait for the next chapter, not wish I can come back to this chapter. And that starts with living in the moment and making the most of the moment you're in. So yes, I would say I'm very content. I'm prouder than I'm proud, because I don't think proud is the word. I'm proud because I'm not where I was last year, from financially, mentally, physically, and even down to my relationship with God. Like, I'm in a better place. So yes, I am happy with how my life is right now. Someone said, what is your skin regimen? Now, I use my own products. So I use my own face wash, face oil, and I am also coming out with a face cream. So I have a skincare line called Completely Complex, and I've been out of stock for about 4 months, and I just haven't restocked or relaunched, and I'm relaunching next month because I had my own personal things going on. I relocated, and now I'm just back better, flourishing, and give you, you know, products that you guys can actually be able to use, that you guys always ask me for. And I wouldn't want to not give you guys the best quality products, the new packaging, something that's just very appealing to the eye, as well as quality ingredients and quality products. So yeah, expect a relaunch at the end of this month as well. I normally don't speak so prematurely, but everything's already in motion, so it's definitely going to be out by the ending of this month. So look out for that. And if you don't already follow my business page, you can follow my business page at Completely Complex on Instagram. And if you can't find it, you can go to my Instagram page, which is Maya Yafe with 2 eyes, and it's in my bio. Yep. So the last one I have is really long. This I'm not laughing because I didn't even read it yet. So if you all see me laughing, I'm not laughing at the situation. I'm just like, this is long. So it's my first time reading it. I'm gonna read it out loud. This person said, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm going to try to put this in a way that makes sense. Is this a girl or boy? Oh, it's a girl. Okay. I'm in love with a girl who is, according to our families, is supposed to be my cousin or sister, simply because my dad and her uncle have been best friends for over 15 years. Okay. We've known each other for most of our lives, but we've I've always seen her as a friend rather than family. About 3 years ago, I've developed a crush on her, but I quickly shut it down, convincing myself that we were meant to be sisters. However, last year she confessed that she's been in love with me for 4 years. She told me she tried to suppress it, but it became too difficult. So she finally took a chance and expressed her feelings. At first I was hesitant, but eventually I fell for her hard. Now my real problem is our families. My granny has been suspicious for a while, and ever since she's been saying awful things about my girlfriend, accusing her of forcing me into something I don't want and making me uncomfortable, which couldn't be furthermore than from the truth. But I can't say anything to defend her. The bigger issue is what happens if we decide to take our relationship to the next level. Our mothers are deeply religious and don't believe in the same-sex relationships. And on top of that, the so-called family connection makes things even more complicated. I keep stressing over and over what would happen if we tell them. What if they force us to break up? What if our love tears us apart and the family bond? My granny's already blaming her for everything, so now I'm stuck between two impossible choices. Would I be selfish if I ignore my family, or would I be selfish if I pick her? Now, and that was the last question. That was a good scenario. Now, girly, to me, I feel like this dynamic of your family's feeling away, I would never say go against your family, but to me, if your cousin friend, sister friend, I'm sorry, no disrespect, or girlfriend, has been in around the family for 15 years, if anything, it should feel like home. And if this is someone you really do love and the feelings are mutual, this is your life at the end of the day. That's all I'm gonna say. And regardless of my beliefs or what I feel, it doesn't matter. So it shouldn't matter what anyone else believes are. Like, I'm never gonna say go into your family, but you have to do what makes you happy at the end of the day, because this is your life, this is your body, this is your choice. And pleasing people will drive you literally insane. I'm telling you from experience. I'm not telling you to do nothing against your family. I'm not telling you to pick your family over this girl. But what I will tell you is the outcome of not following your heart and following what you really want to do will lead down a path of misery. That's all I'm gonna say. And I feel like you should definitely make the choice that's best for you and for your happiness, your peace, and just your future, honestly, you know. So that's the best advice I can give you without going into detail. But yeah, that's the best advice I can give you. And how old are you too, by the way? If you're a grown, like 25 and up, not saying 25 and down is not grown, but I feel like I still really didn't develop certain things in this brain as a woman until I was a little bit over 25. But if you're 25 and down, just take it easy. Still figure out what you want in life, figure out yourself. That's first and foremost. But if you feel like you're old enough to make your own decisions and you are legally grown enough to make your own decisions, don't let no one stop you from internal happiness. And that's one thing I will say, and I'm gonna leave it at that. But yeah, I had lots of fun answering these crazy questions. I answered actually every single question. The rest of the questions weren't like questions wasn't advice. It was just like people saying compliments and stuff like that. So it was nothing else for me to read. But yeah, I read every single question, and I definitely would do this again. I think my next video I'll probably go back into vlogging or a life update, just like a week in my life type of life update. I'm not sure. I think you guys should definitely tell me in the comments what would you guys like to see next, and you guys will get it this week, literally by Sunday. I have nothing but time to give you guys lots of content. Like I said earlier, it is the holy month of Ramadan, and I'm just constantly working, fixing myself, praying, and getting more serious and consistent with my content. That I had the amazing supporters, the most amazing supporters, honestly, for you guys to even still be watching and sticking by me even though I have been inconsistent. I very, very much so appreciate it, and I do value everyone's love, support, and concern. So yeah, but this is the end of this video, and I just want to say thank you, and I love you guys. And if you haven't seen any previous videos, go watch them all. Like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram, YouTube, well, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube already, you should. Bye guys.